Then you get all the candies that come with it, and they're all for you and your kids.
Okay.
Okay, now, Lance, I got a hunt. Okay, Lance, it's right above you, Lance. It's right above you, Lance. Hit it. Lance, hit it. It's right above you, Lance. Lance, wait a minute, Lance. Lance, it's to your left. It's to your left. Hit it, Lance. Hit it. No, Lance. It's above you, Lance. It's above you. It's above you. It's below. It's below, Lance. It's on the floor. It's on the floor, Lance. Wait, a little bit to your right. No, wait, Lance. Wait a minute. Stop, Lance. I'll tell you where it's at.
Where is it?
Stop. I'll tell you where it's at. It's right above you, Lance. It's right above you. It's right above you. Hit it, Lance. 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 Yeah, you did great.
What is that?
Wait, Lance. Wait. Don't move. Don't move, Lance. Don't move, Lance. Jesus.
Oh,
Lance. What up? Oh, my God.
Oh, brother, no prizes there for Hector Guerrero. No, sir. It's not normal, you know, although it's happened to me, but it's not normal for announcers to get involved in a match. But look at what happened a bit later on when Hector was taking on Jeff Jarrett, and Lance just could not stand by.
About the closed fist. Jeff said it before the match. Whatever Hector used, Jeff felt was fair for him to use in return, and I think that's the way he feels about that fist right now, because Hector has nailed him half a dozen times. Backdrop. Good drop kick. Hector hits the mat. Here's another one. Hector bounces back to his feet. Jeff again hits him with a drop kick. This time, Hector stays down on the mat. Jeff back on his feet. Oh! There's Lance. Lance is just... Oh! Look out, Hector! Jeff Jarrett has just returned the 5 pounds of flour. Yeah, I'm going to applaud that, too.
Well, we told you about that new wrestling association last week, remember? We now are going to have the Southern Championship Wrestling Fraternity of Georgia, Dick Slater, going up against the mighty Igor. However, there is a problem, a very big family problem with the Blackwells. Take a look.
See, the mighty Igor is doing a workout in the ring as we get prepared for this match, and we'll start here to... Wait a minute. Now here comes Jerry Crusher Blackwell to the ring. Now, you know, last week we saw Dick Slater take Jerry's brother and put him to sleep and refuse to wake him up, Kevin Blackwell.
Don't you think there's a score got to be settled?
Jerry Blackwell is saying, wait a minute, let you and I do it. Jerry Blackwell obviously remembers last week when Dick Slater refused to wake up Kevin Blackwell. Now,
I don't know if Dickie Slater wants to handle that 400 pounds.
Well, I don't know. The referee says it's going to be a match. Let's go. 417 pounds. Jerry Blackwell taking on Dick Slater. And look at this. Blackwell obviously is incensed with what happened last week here on TV, and he's going to make Dirty Dick Slater pay for it. Here, look at this body slam.
Look at that. Joe Slater's in pain.
You know something? For a man his size, Jerry Blackwell moves unbelievably.
I'll tell you what, I said this last week. A big man like that, it's amazing to see guys with that size being quick as a cat. Come on!
The top rope.
Oh, Joe, did you see that?
Here goes Jerry.
Watch out,
here it comes. Here it comes. The Stone Mountain Splash.
Oh, my goodness.
The Stone Mountain Splash, and Dick Slater is down. And in my opinion,
400 pounds falling on you like that.
That's right. In my opinion, Dick Slater could have been out right there, but Blackwell wants to punish him more. I told you earlier, I don't think that winning the match was as important as punishing Dick Slater. He gave him that big Stone Mountain Splash. And now look at this. Look at this. Jerry Blackwell has tossed the referee out, and Dick Slater has left the ring. Jerry Blackwell standing, and where's Slater going?
Family problem, all right. From family problem to danger zone, Paul E. Dangerously is the man we're about to visit. We saw last week's show Paul was brought in for the Austin Idol to go against his former partner, Tommy Rich. And Paul has this particular comment on that situation now.
By now, the whole world has seen it, Tommy Rich. The whole world has seen that Austin Idol and I gave you a choice.
Yes, I talked about it with Loverboy Dennis. Yes, I talked about it with Ravishing Randy.
Yes, Austin Idol and I talked about it at great length. And we gave you a choice, Tommy Rich, and you turned us down, didn't you? We said, Tommy Rich, come on back to the Dangerous Alliance. Join the World Tag Team Champion Midnight Express. Join Austin Idol and I like you did in Memphis, Tennessee, when we destroyed Jerry Lawler for good. Join us, Tommy. And you said no. Well, you see, Tommy Rich, what you got, Tommy, is just a taste of what you have coming up in the future. Just like I told Jerry Lawler I would haunt him to the day that he died. I have Loverboy Dennis and Ravishing Randy, the Midnight Express. I have Austin Idol, and I have this brain, Tommy Rich. Tommy Rich. Well, my Tommy Rich! Dug your own grave.
All the way across the pond to Japan. And we've got some great action here. Riki Chosu going against Antoni Inoki. And this one, Inoki, a real legend in Japanese wrestling. It's been my pleasure in the past to meet and greet this gentleman and to see him in action in this ring. He's virtually a god. Let's see what he does in the ring, in a bout in Japan. We're going to take time out for just a moment for a commercial message or two, after which we'll be back with action from the NWA and with your letters on Fan Forum right here on Pro Wrestling Plus.
Which of the following is North America's most trouble-free small car? Is it A, this exciting sports coupe? B, this well-appointed road car? C, this functional four-wheel drive wagon? Or D, this economical family sedan? The answer? All of the above. They're all Nissan Sentras, and they're all the most trouble-free small cars in North America. Nissan Sentra, built for the most demanding race of all, the human race.
In the search for materials of lasting value, materials that stand up to the test of time, you must know the sign to look for. Only vulcanized pressure-treated lumber has the diamond label. It's your lifetime guarantee against termites, rot, and decay. So find the diamond. It's worth looking for.
She's ruled the tennis world for almost a decade. But this year, Martina Navratilova finds herself in second place. A new wave of women tennis players like last year's Virginia Slims champion Steffi Graf and Argentina's Gabriela Sabatini are set to challenge for tennis supremacy. Follow their course at the Virginia Slims of California. Final round coverage is live Sunday, February 21st, starting at 3:30 Eastern here on TSN.
NWA action now from Greensboro, North Carolina. And in this one, it's the Warlord against George. Return right now to North Carolina, where we get an update on the situation involving the Four Horsemen and Lex Luger. And it turns out to be quite a meeting. From North Carolina to Calgary, that's the trip we're taking right here, right now. And we're going to watch Jason the Terrible tangling with the big man, Mukka Singh. Yes, it's time now for Fan Forum. Our volume of letters is absolutely terrific. I've just chosen a few out of the pile that we've got. We thank you very much for writing. We hope that you're not embarrassed by the fact we don't get to your letter. We can't get to them all, okay? Let's start it off with a letter from St. Adolphe, Manitoba. I'm a very avid wrestling fan and am hopeful of becoming a wrestler. I'd appreciate it if you could send me brochures and general information concerning wrestling schools and or training centers in or near Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'd also like to know the costs involved and the basic requirements. An early response on these matters would be greatly appreciated. And the letter is from Craig Zadorko, General Delivery, St. Adolphe, Manitoba. Now, I would say one of the basic requirements involves size. Heavens, if you're not 215, 220, you're going to have a very great deal of difficulty getting ahead in professional wrestling. Mind you, you can come in somewhat lighter and get yourself built up. At any rate, I'm unsure of any training schools in or near Winnipeg, but I'm going to suggest that you do this, Craig, that you telephone Stan Thomas at television station CKND. Got that? Stan Thomas at CKND. I believe that he could tell you where such a situation might exist as to a school in that area. Okay, Stan Thomas, CKND Television, Winnipeg. Dear Ed, this letter from Vermilion, Alberta. I have been a wrestling fan for a lot of years and a fan of yours. I especially like the way you and your microphone used to handle obnoxious wrestlers during interviews. But to keep this short, there are so many belt holders of the various wrestling associations that claim they are the world champion. Why don't the promoters get together and have a fight-off for these belt holders, and then have the winner fight a Hulk Hogan, and then maybe we'd know for sure who is the world heavyweight champion? Keep up the good work, Ed. Jim Braun of Vermilion. Well, you know, we just told you about the WWA and a World Heavyweight Championship tournament that they've got coming up there, and maybe this will be a step in that direction, but I don't know if you can get the whole thing together. I think it's going to wind up very much like professional boxing, where you have various people who are supposedly world champions in one weight division, and they are not one and the same persons. Seems they have kind of trouble at times getting together. Dear Ed, this from Windsor, Ontario. Mark Jeffrey is the young man's name, rather. I've started watching you 2 months ago. My name, Mark Jeffrey, 11 years old. I watch you every Saturday on TSN. I like Randy Savage. Could you please read this on the air? It'd mean a lot to me. I got some pictures for you. I hope you like them. And he's got a whole bunch of clippings of pictures of various wrestlers, which I enjoyed very much, young man. So, Mark, thank you for your letter. My name is Mike Grasser. I'm writing from Edmonton. I'd like to see Jason the Terrible fight a tag team. I have one question. What does Jason the Terrible look like without his hockey mask and the black material cloth mask underneath? If you can't describe it, could you send me a picture of him without his masks? Edmonton, Alberta is the letter. Mike Grasser is the name. And no, I can't send you a picture. And no, I don't know what he looks like under the mask. I've never seen him. He won't talk to me, nothing. What can I tell you? I'll tell you this, we're going to be back in just a moment with our address for fan forums. So get set with your pens and with your paper. We'll be right back after this break.
Chicago. A man is about to get on a routine flight. Suddenly he pauses. He doesn't know why, but he's got to walk away. An hour later, the plane goes down in flames. It's dismissed as chance. Britain. A woman has a sudden image of a black mountain that's moving, with children trapped underneath it. 2 hours later, a Welsh schoolhouse is buried in an avalanche of coal slag. It's dismissed as coincidence. Northern Texas. An unidentified flying object is reported by at least a dozen people. Although there were no storms in the area, it's dismissed as lightning. Now, Time Life Books announces an important new library, Mysteries of the Unknown, a series that explores the most controversial phenomena of our time and tells you everything that can be known. The Midwest. A mother feels a sharp pain in her right hand. Far away at that exact same moment, her daughter screams as she touches a hot pan. Just chance? Or is it telling us something about our own untapped capabilities? Mysteries of the Unknown goes deeper into unexplained phenomena than ever before. It documents the facts and uncovers what people were never willing to talk about. Stonehenge. A visitor fashions a wire antenna in the shape of an ancient Egyptian symbol. He points it at the stones, and a surge of power rushes into his arm, knocking him unconscious. Was it all in his mind, or was it much more than that? To experience Mysteries of the Unknown, examine your first volume, Mystic Places, for 10 days free. Then decide if you want to dismiss it.
To order your first book, Mystic Places, call 1-800-233-6655. Examine it for 10 days. Keep it a page at $16.99 plus $3.14 shipping and handling. Other books will follow, one about every other month. Keep only the ones you want. Cancel anytime. Call 1-800-233-6655.
Okay, where can you find us? I'll tell you where. Just drop us a line to Fan Forum, and the address is Fan Forum, Box 807, Station J, Calgary, T2A 1P0. Got that? Fan Forum, Box 807, Station J, Calgary, T2A 1P0. Do not look now, but we are right smack out of time. I've enjoyed the visit. I hope that you feel precisely the same way, and we'll look forward to next time when once again it is time for Pro Wrestling Plus. And goodbye now.